Welcome to your second stimulus check and stimulus package update. Hope you are staying safe and doing well today. In today's update, we'll quickly go through where things currently stand with the next stimulus package. Then we'll talk about the possible arrival time of the second stimulus check if Congress passes it. Then we'll also go through what President-elect Joe Biden has said about the stimulus check and the stimulus bill, and also what Biden could do in the event where there's no stimulus before the end of the year. So we all know time is running out, and this very report right here from AS News does a very good job at outlining everything, the key details we need to know about the stimulus bill status. But before we dive into this report, if this is your first time stopping by this channel, welcome. Consider subscribing now to join this amazing community to stay informed on the latest stimulus updates, economic updates, and financial tips for your financial wellness. And one more thing, if you support a second stimulus check to struggling Americans, be sure to give this video a thumbs up right now. A lot of people are struggling. Tens of millions of people are going through financial frustration during this period, and we need Congress to act. So if you need progress from Congress, smash the like button. Okay, so what exactly is going on with the stimulus? Right now, this report from AS News goes through some of the important details that highlights why an economic stimulus payment is needed so bad right now. I mean, millions of Americans are unemployed, and also you have small businesses that are struggling, but Congress has not been moving at the pace that we expect them to go. So according to this report, what exactly is holding up the stimulus bill talks? So this is what millions of Americans are wondering right now. What is holding up? Both sides, the Democrats and the Republicans, see the need for a second stimulus check. But the problem is they have not agreed to compromise on other issues, on other provisions in the stimulus package. Before the election, we saw Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin seeming to get closer to an agreement with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, even though they were a few $billion apart. But guess what? That all kind of went to the dust because nothing happened before the election, and we were hoping that after the election we'll see something happen. But right now, the thing that's holding up the stimulus package is the size and scope of the stimulus package. And after the election, Mitch McConnell did say something very shocking. So Senate Leader Mitch McConnell said, "I don't think the current situation demands a multi-trillion-dollar package." Again, this is typical Mitch McConnell not wanting to go over $1 trillion. Remember, he said that once he gets back to the Senate after the election, his number one priority will be to pass the stimulus bill. But he's still kicking for a smaller stimulus bill. He said he wants to put something that's similar to what he had on the Senate floor in October and September, which was basically two stimulus packages, skinny stimulus bills at $500 billion. So this is what is holding up the stimulus package right now. Both sides cannot agree on the size and scope, the price tag of the stimulus package, and the provisions. So let's talk about the timeline. The timeline to deliver a stimulus package after it gets approved is something that we've heard several reports about it out there. But the good news, according to reports out there and this very one right now, is that if a bill does get passed, the stimulus checks, and it has stimulus checks in it, right? The systems are already in place with the IRS to make sure the process goes a lot quicker this time around. So back in August, Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin said it would take about a week to process the first payments. I mean, this is a lot faster than we saw the first stimulus checks. So he actually said he can get out 50 million payments really quickly. So that's some good news at least. So if these checks do get passed, they will come through very quickly. And so the earliest possible timeline, according to this report from AS News, if the president signs the bill into law on December 13th. So if both sides can agree on a stimulus bill by next week or the following week, and the president signs the bill by December 13th, the first direct payments that we can see would be issued the week of December 28th, which is after Christmas. So a lot of families need the stimulus checks before Christmas. But the problem here is the timeline we're looking at will likely be after Christmas. So the first paper checks will arrive January 11th, according to these estimates. And if you are getting the EIP cards, those will likely be the week of February 8th. So this is basically disappointing from what most people are thinking. But the next possible dates for the president to sign a bill following mid-December would be the 3rd of February, and this will be Joe Biden signing the next stimulus bill by the 3rd of February. So this will be in 2021, which again is disappointing. Then the direct deposits will come the week of February 8th, and the paper checks will come on 16th of February. Then the EIP cards will be trailing that, so they'll be coming after the 16th of February, which will be right around the 15th of March 2021. So this has been, this is not an official date. This is just the estimates that has been ran based on the trends we saw in the first stimulus checks. And according to this report, it is important to note that the IRS doesn't have the capacity to send all the checks at the same time. So far, they've sent 160 million of them from the first stimulus bill, and some people are still waiting for their stimulus checks. So now that you know the timeline, what exactly is President-elect Joe Biden saying about the stimulus? Joe Biden called for Congress to act on the stimulus a few weeks ago. This is what he tweeted out. He said, right now, Congress should come together and pass a COVID relief package like the HEROES Act that the House passed 6 months ago. Once we shut down the virus and deliver economic relief to workers and businesses, then we can build back better than ever before. So Joe Biden is fully in support of the stimulus. Now, you may be wondering, what exactly could Joe Biden do if another stimulus doesn't pass? This is very critical. So if President-elect Joe Biden takes office on January 20th, he could sign several executive orders if no stimulus bill has been passed before then. Now, his executive orders, you may be wondering, will likely cover areas such as granting larger unemployment benefits for out-of-work Americans, according to this report from CNET. So that's one of the executive orders that we may see from Joe Biden if a stimulus bill doesn't pass before January 20th. Then the other thing that Joe Biden will likely do, according to this report from CNET, is he will set a minimum wage beginning with federal contractors. So during Joe Biden's campaign, the incoming president-elect basically talked about raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour, up from the current $7.25 an hour. So this is one of the things that Joe Biden could do with his executive order if he gets in by January 20th. And then the other thing we could see from Joe Biden in form of executive orders will be deferring the student loan payments without interest. So right now, this provision that was given in the CARES Act, that was given by the CARES Act with a student loan deferral with no interest, is set to expire by December 31st. So if Joe Biden gets in, he could possibly extend this in 2021, meaning that students can postpone making their loan repayments further into 2021. Then, last but not the least here, we could see Joe Biden renew the eviction moratorium on unpaid rent. So this is something that he could do because that moratorium expires on December 31st. Again, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. While we wait for Congress to finalize the next stimulus package, you may have to pick up a side hustle or side gig to get some cash or make some extra money from home. Be sure to check out the video on the left to discover the one-of-a-kind website that pays you hundreds to thousands of dollars to just read out loud. This is a free, simple, and exclusive side hustle, and in this video, you'll discover the step-by-step process to get started today. And if you want the best-kept secret to increase your credit score fast, check out the video on the right. Don't forget to help others find this video quicker by liking this video and sharing it. And also, be sure to subscribe now as we track the latest progress on the next stimulus package. See you in the next update. Be safe and thank you for watching.